Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Today I wanted to do a Valentine's Day tutorial for y'all that was actually intended to be a Valentine's Day tutorial. So I created this look. It's very bold but very romantic and I really enjoyed it a lot. I love the way that purple and gold looks together, and I don't do halo eyes a lot because they don't usually work too well on my eyes, but I think I'm getting the hang of it and I'm making it work in my own way, so that was cool. I created this look using this palette, and this is the Tarte Pretty Paint Box. This was part of their Holiday 2016 collection, and this is what was released to Sephora. This is the inside of the palette, and this is what I used for almost all of my eyes except for the gold. I used a separate product for that, but you will see that in this video. That's pretty much all I have to say. Without any further ado, let's jump into this video. So we're just gonna jump right into the Tarte Pretty Paint Box. This was a holiday edition Tarte released. I think it released two separate ones, one for Sephora and one for Ulta. I could be wrong. This is from Sephora. And so when you open it, it has 24 eyeshadows and then 2 bronzers, a highlight, and a blush. And then open up this part and it comes with Tarte Lash Paint Mascara and Glossy Lip Paint. I've swatched a couple of these, but I have not yet tried any of it on my face, so I'm very excited to do that for y'all today. My brows are already done, did them off camera, and my eyes are primed and set. I used Urban Decay, Primer Potion, and Enigma, and we're just gonna dive right into the eyes. I decided that I would do one more like Valentine's Day look for you and actually like have me going for a Valentine's Day look, not just kind of accidentally creating one. So to start building a crease color, I'm going to use this Luxie 205 tapered blending brush. So we're going to take this shade right here. It's called Van Gogh with it. I think that name is really cute. I think a lot of Tarte's names are really cute. And I'm just going to dip into that and start blending that into my crease. Alright, now that I have really blown out my crease, I'm going to go in with this shade. It's called Nudes, and I'm going to take that on my brow bone and then blend it down into my crease to make it look really seamless. So I kind of strayed from my vision, so I just went off camera and did this eye just to kind of get back on path, and then I figured I would just do the rest of this eye with y'all. I tried a few different things. I'm not impressed with the shimmer shades in this Tarte palette. I kind of gave up on the shimmers in it, but I do like the mattes. I enjoyed them a lot. So I'm gonna go in on this Luxie 229 brush. It's a thinner paper blending brush, and I'm gonna go into the shades called Stained Glass in the palette. It's a deep red burgundy kind of maroon, and I'm gonna put that on the inner corner and outer corner and connect it in the crease. Now I'm just gonna blend 2 shades that I have in my crease together. So I'm going to go in on this EcoTools crease brush right here. It's a very small, kind of pointed crease brush. And I'm going to go into the shade right here. It's a deep purple and it's called Still Life. And I'm basically going to put that where I put Stained Glass, that red shade, just kind of deepen it up a little bit. And I'm going to alternate between the 3 brushes that I've used so far and blend everything together. So for the glitter on this eye, what I used was the loose pigment in the Serpentina palette. This is a Kat Von D palette. I used this loose pigment over here. This is called Profit. It's a very dark, very yellow gold, but I just really like the way that that looks against purple. So I'm going to take this EcoTools smudger brush. It is a part of a dual-ended brush. I'm going to wet this side of the brush with my Urban Decay setting spray so that it picks up the glitter. So now that you almost look like you're a proud LSU fan, we're gonna move on to the rest of my face before finishing the eyes. So I'm going to prime my skin with the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. And then I'm gonna go over that with my Too Faced Hangover X, Hangover RX, whatever, replenishing face primer. I love mixing things. I love mixing my shampoos, my conditioners, my primers, my foundations, my concealers. I love mixing anything and everything that I can. There's just so many products that do so many great things, and I want to use them all at once because I'm impatient. For foundation, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. For concealer, I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. If anyone's curious, this is the shade Light. And then I'm going to bake with my Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder. Using the Morphe MB1 powder brush, I'm going to go into my Makeup Forever HD setting powder and set the rest of my face. And then using this random brush that I got in a set off of Amazon, the brand is BS Mall, I think. It's called a face tapered brush, and it's just a very dense, pointy face brush. I'm gonna lightly dip into this and then brush away my under eyes. Okay, now that I am foundationed and concealed, I'm going to finish my eyes. I'm gonna tightline and waterline with the Urban Decay 24/7 waterline pencil in the shade Legend. I'm going to lightly smudge this into my lower lash line. And then taking this super tiny Morphe M515 brush, this tiny little smudger pencil brush, I'm going to dip into the shade One Too Many. It's this brown shade in the Tarte palette, and I'm going to start smudging out that lower lash line. And then I'm going to take this Crown C513 brush. It's a slightly bigger pencil brush, and again I'm just going to dip into that same shade One Too Many and just blend it out some more. Using this Sephora pencil brush, I'm going to dip back into the Stained Glass shade, which was that deep burgundy that I used, and I'm going to blend that into the lower lash line as well. I'm going to go back into the deep purple shade called Still Life and darken up my outer corners and blend it all into the lower lash line. I'm going to take this Morphe M517 brush. It's a fluffy brush, but it doesn't like fan out like most crease brushes do, but it's still very soft and fluffy. And I'm going to dip into the shade called Hearts and Crafts right here. It's this pinky shade right here. Very like pinky nude, and I'm going to take the M517, dip into that, just blend out this lower lash line even more, just to make sure it's fully smoked out and pretty. Using this Morphe M528 brush, I'm going to dip into this bronzer at the end of the palette called Provocative, and I'm gonna contour / bronze my face. So I think I like how this bronzer blended, kinda. I like the shade of the bronzer and I like how it looks on my face, but it was kind of hard to apply. It was kind of patchy, so I had to build onto it, but I didn't want it to get too dark either. So I just had to be really careful and work with it. But overall, I don't think it's terrible by any means. And now I'm gonna go in with the blush in the palette right here. It's called Moment. It does look like it has some shimmer or some sheen to it. I'm going to go in on my Morphe MB4 brush. So I actually really like this blush. I think it's very pretty. It's very warm. It's very like summery, glowy, very pretty. I don't see much of a sheen in it, even though in the pan it looks like it has a ton of sparkles in it, but on my face I'm just not seeing it. It looks very pretty and I really like it. Now for the thing that I have been worried about since the beginning of this video. I don't know if I'm gonna like this highlighter or not. When I first like swatch it, it doesn't look like much of a highlighter. It just looks like a powder with a sheen to it. I mean, it's kind of there, but it's kind of not. I don't know. And I've tried Tarte highlighters before and I haven't really been a fan, but I'm gonna try this highlighter. It's called Authentic. It looks like a very pretty shade. We'll see how it applies. And yeah, so I'm gonna go in on my EcoTools fan brush. Alright, we're just about done. That is all that I have for this palette. Overall, I think it's decent. You do get a lot in it. I will give it that. I don't know how much I really like their shadows. Their mattes are okay, but their shimmers are not what I want them to be by any means. I'm not a fan of them. The highlighter, it's okay. Tarte blushes are phenomenal. Smooth, very soft, very pigmented, and they blend out very nicely. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and finish off this look. For lips, I'm going to go in with this Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Aria, not sure. It's a very purpley magenta pink. It looks darker on the lips than it does in the tube, and I kind of want to keep this look bold. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put this on. And for mascara, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. And for my lower lashes, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. I love the brush on this for lower lashes because it's just tiny as can be. And then I'm gonna set my face with some Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. Alright guys, that completes this look. I really hope that y'all enjoyed it. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and all of that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Thank y'all.